See if it starts. Bango. I see Big Pete in the house. 6 minutes early. Look at this dude.
Who is it?
Pete. Yeah. Brian says, what's up? I wonder, I'm going to test this one. Can you still hear me, Pete? He says Trump 2016. Man, don't bring this chat
These
down
nuts.
like that.
These nuts.
Maybe I don't need the microphone. Can you hear my audio all right? I got a little lag. It does sound better without headphones? Sweet. All right, well, we got about 5 minutes. If you guys want to shoot the shit. Would be better if you could have people like ring in like on video too.
What do you mean?
Like if someone could like maybe not call in, but
like
yeah, like also or they could just pop up and like you can like click them to like answer like do all of a sudden come on video and then like ask something or join the conversation.
Kind of like Hangouts.
Yeah, but like Hangouts everyone's automatically on video. I'm saying like these people are in the chat right now. If I could like click them.
Oh,
like, I got a question, and then all of a sudden their camera then clicks on. That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, that would be legit. That's your $1 million idea right there, bro.
Right. My night's going pretty good. I had some Vietnamese I had like a Vietnamese like soup once, but today was the first time I had like dinner. It's pretty good. No, 5 minutes is when the show starts, Pete. Do an hour.
The show starts.
See how it goes. Let's see if I can find a link. There's one. Shit, some music live with the Ademo.
We're live here with the Ademo.
I'll switch these up. Maybe I'll do a demo where I talk and people chat, and I'll do like panel roundtables where people can pick people or something. We can get some more cop suckers. Pull it up. CopBlock, cop suckers as we refer to them, to protect us, fallacy. things here. Unnecessary open.
Streaming any video or anything with.
Hey, are you watching a video? Were you watching a video? Is it like air?
Yeah. It's a live stream right now.
I think it's better now. Closed a few tabs. All right. Well, let's get it started. 2 weeks live with the and just some of the over at CopBlock Network. I wanted to do every week if it becomes useful. But around the things for the CopBlock Network, I first start with the CopBlock Network. So basically, I'm going to screen. Is the audio back now? That's probably because the screen share doesn't have audio. Yep. Okay. Sorry for that little technical difficulty. Let me know if you hear it when it switches back. Do you still hear me now? Hopefully you do. Okay. So I guess I'll start that over, and which is good because I kind of rambled. So, being the CopBlock Network of individuals who believe to that idea, and together we're determined to take that message to the highest level possible. The purpose into a network that creates content, education, provides assistance to those of police wrongdoings, and more. Excuse me. By each of us choosing a role of our strongest skill set, we can be more effective at highlighting the police state and informing people about how they can be protected from it. Content creation, and in my street, who ends or a video editor, thinker type, kind of like, or cop of show cops. I check messages. Let's set it over here. So moving on, content creation. Basically, work right. That's people, but basically all content, make it into polished. What any of the contributors or network blogging at say that there's CopBlock activities. The direct action, which is broken down into particular and direct to some sort of our org or message medias, putting their outside of Twitter. They also might create some graphic trolling of cops, their Facebook pages and other things. So that's one certain role, CopBlock, or any message that spreading the message. Keyboard warriors is where you want to, go out on the streets, do flyers, jury notification, outreach, whatever that might be. But they a lot of live video content out categories. That's where you'd want to be. Of course, you can dibble dabble in between a few, but in your best interest. Anywho, was the call flow that we did more of at the beginning of create something I like to see. Do I feel be folks to see, like when the militancy openly and later when we talk about some of the video that why suspect shot when you call flood, they say we talk about it or it's an investigation, that they're not as interested in taking responsibility or having any action. That also could help lines where a lot of news media and an internal investigation. So those three make up the direct action. Hopefully, like somebody these the starts and like shows in being a keyboard other place, call floods again from anywhere, and as they do, other folks will do it as well, and then work by yourself, works with some other people. You might go home in the police by yourself or film the truck on your way home, but you might plan an event at 50 deep. Keyboard warriors might do one of them to do a larger project goal. And the next thing, though I like to stress that less of this is about money, but yet if we do have donations and we can get the or incentive folks to make a trip, the next hot topic issue, badges don't earn extra rights. They're donating is what they do to help spread that message. Then you can do a monthly subscription or a one-time, provided a breakdown of the funds at the end of that. And so if you get the breakdown one time, you'll get the breakdown that month. That way you can see about what we did into. Sometimes we're not perfect. It's like 78 or 84 or something. And ability to provide with flyers. The last one, CopBlock. CopBlock is a decentralized extra rights, just like the CopBlock. And so you can really do whatever site, and these were the ideas that are more content created, more sorry, I was reading comments, which is a big vision or a there are no limits. And so folks can then join or signing up. They simply have their email address, last names, and the role that they. That's something we're seeing. The sign up is through mail, but how we all communicate and work on order and or the cops on a regular basis when we can, and just as more join, more and that spur up in the next couple months, and this thing really starts to take. Shoot a video, hopefully, time before ending up in a jail cell. Outlining this in more detail and really starting to push. Folks can join donating, or it isn't about as it's about partaking or being part of it, utilize badges don't earn extra right. And so if we, most of us believe, I think, is that people are all good, then higher than a majority will of those who join, content will be created, good CopBlock will be done, educational aside fields will be shared, and can only make us more effective. dude.
Yeah,
Thursday
man.
nights. We got them up, but I'd take them. But I think it's a good idea and a good way if you're 100,000. You know, I don't know, man. I think it's like you're back. Okay, trying to reset it there a little bit, but I think I'll have to find some sort of alternative or maybe a better setting to uh, stream this off of than fix for now. Who knows? I might start lagging again. I'm going to close down some other things and maybe roll with more of it off the top of my head than having my computer work any harder than it has to. So we'll see how it works out. But that pretty much wraps up my pitch on the CopBlock Network. Again, it's basically a division of labor. If everyone only has 15 minutes a week to put into something, actively sharing content or getting it onto other social network mediums, handing out business cards, flyers, sending video back to editors or content creators. All of these things can play a part. Maybe folks aren't as interested in filming a traffic stop when they know it would take, 2 days, a blog post, and, that on top of all their other daily stuff to get it done. And so we try to streamline that and make it faster, quicker, more effective, and as well as in building and improving ourselves, as individuals, so we can learn a lot of skill sets that could even have value outside of CopBlock or any other thing. So, like I said before, I don't know if anyone has any questions that they'd like to ask. We've doubled the viewership now, but I'd be happy to field some questions about the CopBlock Network. Of course, then it starts to. It goes in and out, in and out. In and out. It wants to work, it doesn't want to work. I think we're back though. All right. I'm still learning this program. It definitely seems to require strong internet. And we got quite a few devices on this one, so bear with me. I guess if there are no questions about the CopBlock Network, then I can move on to Killer Cops, which is always a bad topic, I guess. Seems this past week there's been quite a few videos released, and it seems like throughout the end of the year here there'll be a few more. Some coming out of Chicago, Phoenix, even San Diego. All have judges who have recently ruled more police video shootings, but they all have videos that are coming out soon. But the two that have come out most recently aren't exactly old, but the one I mentioned earlier in this broadcast was from Paradise, California, where officer, I believe it was Peter Feaster is his last name, shot a DUI suspect in the neck for no reason at all. And then the Bexar, BEXAR county sheriffs out of Texas who shot a allegedly suicide by cop man after he had his hands in the air for 2 seconds. Well, that's a good suggestion. I'm going to see what some of the comments here, but Severin's talking about from Lee Valley CopBlock using other apps, but can you have chats or as many or any viewers when you use those? And thank you, Brian, for the kind words. There's been a lot of folks who have had their hands at CopBlock. Definitely can't. Away, but I guess continue. Killer Cops. You have the clearly egregious. Here he goes. We got the list. Hey, man. It seems like run for like 5 minutes and then stop. There we go. I think I'm back. Sorry about that. Just got some lag here. Internet. Hopefully, Severn will get me hooked up after the show or tomorrow, and we can figure out a smoother way to get this running. I think this could be a valuable medium to interact with folks every week. So, some folks were spouting out a few questions, and if folks want to do that, considering we're having some lag issues, I'd be happy to answer them. I could even type them if need be in the interim while we figure out whether or not I can hold a stream or not. Push on Facebook one more time. Right. So another thing that was CopBlock email list, which is something we haven't had in the past. I know there was a short period where Pete had tried to gather those, but we weren't learn more about chimp and we'll hope that not only can it be to get more on CopBlock content, but as well as inspire or act, get. Yeah, I just don't want the emails to be spammy or just content. I want them to deliver content, but as well as like maybe a tip, come with like a CopBlock contributor tip of the month, maybe even some other little segments or viewpoints, like tips on, taking protection into your own hands. And some people hear that and they think, sawed-off shotgun and AK-47. But maybe it's, knowing the locks and bolts on your doors or other ways to do other things, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, awesome. Someone's got a Film the Police shirt, say they get a lot of attention. If you think the Film the Police shirt gets a lot of attention, you should wear a Fuck the Police shirt. Everybody but the cops loves them.
Fuck the police, man. That's a good shirt.
Right? Please do nothing wrong and CopBlock. That's hilarious. We got one troll, all right. When are the rest of the civilians against CopBlock going to show up? They always tell me they have something better to do. Which is really weird because if civilians against CopBlock really stood for their position, and I should even say civilians against CopBlock, if like Recon, Liz, Donnie, any of them could really defend their position, they'd have no problem getting on a Google chat, Hangout, whatever, and defending their position. I'd have no problem doing that, but they would. And you would think that if like their sole purpose was to, because I'd be like, I got some questions. One of the civilian admins, I'll second that. End all go. Hashtag, we want to shorten it up. EP. EAGP. Yes. I mean, from YouTube. Maybe they can send you back. Oh, leg. Up to 13 people. But I got the leg bug. Wonder if I did this. Oh, I got pretty good going. North Glen. That sounds familiar. I just wrote a story about that. North Glen. Do I care if a cop gets killed? That would depend on how or why, like it would with anybody. I don't think the police think I'm trying to fuck them. And I know I'm not. That's for sure. Maybe fuck them over from fucking over other people. Well, cops always say to me that you guys have your agenda, and they probably are leaning towards that's a hateful one. But I have met a few cops. One of them in Kansas who like said they enjoy some of our videos and that like he feels it makes him a better cop. We didn't get to finish that aspect of the conversation because I found it quite interesting, but. Yeah, hate group. I don't think it can be anything because CopBlock is just the idea that badges don't grant your rights, and so there might be individuals that have more anger towards the police than others within the group. I think that's natural in any other groups, but I wouldn't doubt me. The motorcycle, small percentage, so. Yeah, man, I couldn't believe how many. It took me a little while to watch the video, but you to hear the banging over and over. I don't know how you guys moved or like. I couldn't believe. I keep coming most of the time and highlight that the issue and that most of the people here in this chat, the 13 people watching, realize deadly interaction that could happen. these guys chat. The police come knocking on my door, which could be me, my family, my dog. Now your cat? That's right. Good job. Someone's deep, right? She's like a real hacker. And you were hacking for the police, you'd be a little fucked up.
Did you read that article? Like, the FBI was having problems finding hackers because none of them passed a drug test. They were all stoners.
That's hilarious. Man, we're back in the stream. I gotta fill up my coffee, though. You stare at my Christmas tree for a second. Or the Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. This is where you chime in, Brian. Like, this commercial break is brought to you by Energy Savers. Energy Savers make you save energy. Buy them, and CopBlock gets a kick. Energy Savers today.
Energy.
You put them on your ears. We don't know how.
You put them on your
$59.95.
2 installments, $24.99 each. Put it on your credit card. Put it on your neighbor's credit card.
Put it on Obama's credit card. This is a nice tree.
I decorated it myself.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
It's not true. Streams are for real stuff, not CopBlock. Blah, blah. But so we're winding down here to the end of the hour. I've kind of been rambling, going off the cuff, but if anybody else in here has some more concerns, I want to send the link. Although I wish Chess versus Checkers, you should put the link to your story in the chat. Either your YouTube video or the CopBlock link. I'm afraid if I open up any more tabs, I'll get some lag. But it's a very interesting story if anyone here is wanting to hear more about it, or an excellent way in recording the police. And they certainly exercise that or highlight that and throughout the video. And so day in and day out, the police interactions banging on your door. Oh, don't even try. M1K4E.
What's he trying?
He's trying to tell the copsucker in the chat that all the police are funded by theft. But he's not going to comprehend that.
Don't waste your time, man.
Yeah. Not Mike, I believe, is what he's spelling there, but Golden Candy, he's not going to comprehend that.
Taxes aren't theft.
Right. It's like,
They're the fines you
pay for this or else. No. Pay for it.
What
Okay.
Taxes aren't theft.
I didn't steal it from you. You just gave me tax.
Yeah, right? Yeah, raise taxes, dude. Ain't nothing major. Could you imagine, like, every time you bought a bag of weed, like, some guy came over and was like, yo, I'm taking fucking some of those grams.
Right.
Like, who are you? I'm the tax man.
Right. My bad.
So you're just a steal out of my bag? Nah, man, it's taxes.
That's what I'm saying, man. We should dress up or not dress up. I don't know, maybe we should wear like tutus and shit. We go out on the street and act like cops, like, but in a different costume. And people be like, what the fuck are you doing? You'd be like, whoa, so if I put on that costume, it's okay. You know, like, doo-doo-doo. That's something that would make Golden Candy 610's head pop. He'd be like, oh, you know, like if you try to pull somebody over in an ice cream truck, they'd be like, what the fuck? You know, you'd be like, oh, but if I do it in like a
and force them to buy an ice cream.
Right. And then like, yeah, they're like, hey, you drove by me without buying an ice cream. What the fuck? Or even still, you're like, you drove by at 25. You're like, what's that got to do with ice cream? You're like, you drove by at 25 miles an hour. Like, what's that got to do with protection? Like, we went out here. I was safe. Like, you're not preventing anything. You're just extorting me. It's like, thanks, piggy.
Thanks, piggy.
Thanks, ice cream man. I've been to jail, Golden Candy. He's like, I hope you go to jail. I'll probably go January 14th because the justice system is broke and your cops all suck. Like, whatever.
I hope you go. Did they say that like it's like jail's like this really awful place?
I know that's the other thing too. Is jail isn't as bad as you guys think.
Like jail sucks. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not like jail's great, but like every day someone doesn't get raped. No one's getting the shit kicked out of them. Like it's usually just not as bad as people think.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Right, it's not like full of just like child molesters and killers. Like there are some there, yes, and like more so in the prison systems, but yet like most non-violent, non-victim drug offenders or like, you know, probations that didn't pan out.
But those guys on probation are probably drug offenders.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like you catch a 1 to 5 sentence or somewhere in that range. And then you get probation because it's your first or second, or the jails at that time are overcrowded. And then you get popped into the system through that time because who cannot break every single law for 5 to 7 years? Nobody. Yes, Edward, though, I was just talking about my possible jailing is due to the liquid shocking. Trial, January 14th, 2016.
Bum, bum, bum,
Bum. Yeah, it'll be bullshit. It's all a joke. Right now, the prosecutor won't talk to us because he's upset that we recorded his phone call when he called us. It's like weak. So yeah, no plea deals, no whatever. Just go through a trial, see if they have any balls. They might give us the max. They might just say it's over. But it seems like they're going to waste as much of our time as possible, which is typical and understandable. Not understandable, but expected of the government. You guys finally get the troll leave?
The troll's head exploded.
This, man.
Right. It's because they protect you. Wow. I'll be answered. Tell me why you support. He doesn't want to talk anymore. Oh.
They did too.
Yes. Is anybody out there? Okay, well, looks like. Oh. Can you guys hear me now? Are we back? It seems like it's going a little. So rounding off the hour here. Appreciate you guys sticking with me. Hopefully, I can figure out the streaming issue for the next episode, which will be right after the first of the year. Let me just look at the Z calendar and let you know what that is. Yeah, it looks like it'll be the 7th. So right before trial. Oh, really, you guys? So, real quick. Network, become more involved and spread the message. That also head over to CopBlock. That is different than the CopBlock Network. The get not only stories, but hopefully here in the near future, in the police from CopBlock Network contributors, inside tips on what's going on in CopBlock Network before. This is January 14th. Uh, 2013. This will be Brian. This isn't even Brian and mine. I mean, this is our second. You've had 3 though.
Ended up guilty in. Down like $15 restitution.
I mean, I did 30 days. Freaking shock.
Alright.
They're crazy.
The government will get.
I'm going to be in a second.
Oh, okay. My second.